Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. Well, I finally got around to seeing the latest Transformers movie, The Rise of the Beasts. And yeah, I kind of liked it. I mean, it had its great moments, it had its action, it had, the right amount of Transformers in it, I guess. I guess there could have been more. I always would like to see more, but, for what they had to do, they had to cram in quite a bit into the storyline to make it work. Now, for this video, I'm going to talk about just my experience, my thoughts of the movie. I'm going to try not to give away any spoilers until the end, when I'm going to let you know that I'm going to give away some spoilers, and then you can bug off if you don't want to see it, if you don't want to be spoiled before you get to go and see the movie yourself. But anyways, yeah, so let's talk about the Beast Wars. I remember when they came out, it was at a time when Transformers were no longer, at least for me in my area where I lived, Transformers were almost gone. Like you couldn't find them on TV, unless you had them on videotape. You just couldn't see them anymore. They were gone, and I kind of was like, I hated that because I love the Transformers cartoon. There was at one point when the Generation 2 Transformers cartoon came out where they kind of revamped some of it, and it was like a replaying of the original series, but they called it Generation 2 and all that stuff, and they had a line of toys. But then that went away, and we didn't really have Transformers for quite a while. And then these guys came out, Beast Wars. And I was kind of intrigued when this came out. This is still sealed. I don't know why I bought this and never opened it. It's got a price tag on there, Blockbuster value price. So Blockbuster Video, for those who remember that place. But yeah, this was so Beast Wars came out, and I remember watching it, and I kind of got into it. I started, I watched a little bit of the first season, and I started buying the toys. I bought lots of the toys. I remember going, actually, Walmart all the time had these things. This is the Megatron. I was going to say Grimlock. I don't know. It kind of looks like Grimlock. No, that's Megatron, which didn't obviously make the movie, which was kind of sad. I don't understand the way they've decided to do this series, because the Bumblebee movie seemed like, yeah, it's a prequel to the other movies, the original Transformers movies that came out. So we have to keep in mind that the other movies still exist. So in this time frame, Megatron is frozen, and so you're not going to see him in any of these kind of prequel things unless they go far enough back before he was. I don't know. But yeah, so obviously we didn't get the Beast Wars, like their enemies, like Megatron of the Beast Wars time. We really just got the Maximals, which was Optimus Primal, which I do have him in box somewhere. I was going through my Beast Wars boxes and stuff. I have them all. My basement's a mess. I think I would have spent an hour looking for it, but I do have the Megatron one there. Anyways, yeah, I like the way they kind of incorporated it, and what they were doing was they were really trying to take elements of this. These are all VHS tapes. Yes, I know. I just grabbed them off my shelf. I do have them on DVD and stuff. But anyways, yeah, this is the Transformers, the movie, cartoon movie. And I could really pick out the elements of what they were trying to do with this movie. Trying to grab elements from the original Transformers movie. Like the phrase, until all are one. That type of thing. The best part was seeing Unicron. Now, I was kind of like, when they first showed Unicron come out, I was just like, cool. That is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a live action style Unicron. Now I know that they did it in like the Transformers cartoon revamp that they just came out on Netflix. I think there was a Unicron in there. There was some other later Transformer cartoons that had Unicron in. But this was just really cool. This is what I wanted to see. And the only thing that I kind of walked away going was, I wish I saw more. He was there. He was present. Scourge was talking with him and stuff like that. But I kind of wish we could have seen more. And the way they kind of end it, you could kind of wonder if you're going to see it again. But anyways, yeah, so that was cool. You know, the storyline was okay. Uh, really, a lot of Mirage's character. It just seems like, I guess, this is kind of like a sequel to the Bumblebee movie, where it was heavily around Bumblebee. This movie, it's heavily around Mirage, which was an okay character. I mean, he did. Pete Davidson voiced him. He did an okay job. I'm not a big Pete Davidson fan. I don't really find him that funny or entertaining, but he did a really good job voicing Mirage, and just the attitude they gave him, being, you know, more like a punky teenager than a serious Autobot warrior, which he eventually starts to, you know, as the movie progresses, he becomes a little bit more serious, which was good. Wheeljack is in it, and I don't understand that one. I don't understand why they changed Wheeljack to that proportion. Why they kind of made him look like Steve Urkel. I don't get that. But I guess there's a reasoning behind it, that they wanted him to be from another country, obviously. And so he took on the attributes and the way they are in that country. But still, I mean, his transformation and what he was, and it just didn't give me the Wheeljack vibe at all. I think they could have called him something else. I think he could have been a different Transformer. I know I've seen some people on Twitter saying maybe he could have been Beachcomber or something like that. So, yeah, I was not impressed with him. Some of the other ones, you know, like what is his name? Stratosphere. I've never heard of that guy. Maybe he's in some of the newer stuff, or maybe they made him up for the movie. I don't know if you know this. Throw it down below, because he was like an old warplane that they used to transport vehicles. I've never seen him. My wife was sitting beside him going, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know who that is." But the Maximals were pretty cool. I mean, Optimus Primal looked great. He really did kind of give you that ape-like feel, the way he moved and everything. It was really cool. And I was starting to wonder if he was ever going to, if they were ever going to transform. That was one thing that I was kind of like, you know, through the whole movie, are they going to transform? Are they not going to transform? Or do they not transform? Do they just stay in beast mode? Or, I was kind of confused on that one, because through the majority of the movie, they're in their beast mode versions. The Air Razor, I think that was the name, Air Razor, the big eagle. That was pretty cool. I thought that was a, you know, interesting robot. I didn't really catch who the other characters were, though. I mean, typical style of these Transformer movies is a lot of explosions, a lot of blowing up, and a lot of the robots almost look the same. So I was really trying to pick out who was who. You know, I figured out who Scourge was. And that was another thing. I thought that was interesting, the way they put Scourge in there. Because again, this is going back to, like, the Transformer movie. From what I understand, Scourge is the guy that was one of the other Decepticons after the big battle, and they were all dying. And then Unicron turns Megatron into Galvatron, and then he turns, like, Skywarp or one of the other jet fighters, I think, into Scourge, and one of them becomes Cyclonus. So that's really cool that they kind of kept that spirit. Like, it's a character from Unicron. What do they call them? The Terracons or the Predacons or something. They had a different name for them. I think it was the Terracons. But, so they were a different type of, you know, Transformer, which was kind of interesting. And I liked the way they kind of portrayed it. Like, he works for Unicron. And that's how it was in the Transformers cartoon movie. He worked for Unicron. They all did. But then eventually Unicron gets blown up, and then they just become part of the regular series. Why they didn't choose Cyclonus over Scourge? Maybe the name sounds badass. I don't know. I guess Cyclonus doesn't sound so cool. His alt mode was kind of weird. I think he was like a truck or something. I really wish they would have kept him like that weird airplane ship thing that he is. It's a really weird looking character in the cartoon, and I think they could have kept it a little bit more like that. Had him flying in this kind of like airplane type of thing, but I guess they wanted him to be on the same footing as Optimus Prime. That was what I got from it anyways. I mean, a lot of the characters were okay. The Rhinox was in there, like the Beast Wars, like the Cheetor or whatever. You know, so like I said, I mean, the Beast Wars were something I kind of watched when they came out. I didn't really get too heavily into them. I bought the toys because they look cool. I kept them all in boxes. They're all like, I opened a couple. I bought, like, I think I bought 2 Megatrons and two Optimus Primals. And I opened one and I kept the other in the box. So, and more recently, actually, I remember seeing them as re-releases at Walmart. And they were going for astronomical prices, like re-release for like $70 or something. I'm like, no. But anyways, yeah. So I just thought the movie was okay. It was a lot of action, a lot of fighting. My daughter liked it. You know, we kind of went as a Father's Day thing because it was Father's Day yesterday. So they were like, you know, take Dad out to a movie, and I wanted to see Transformers. So my daughter's not really into Transformers, but she walked out liking the movie. She really enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away because there could be people who haven't watched it yet. I just wanted to give my little, well, couple of cents on it. Now for the spoiler. Now's your chance to get the heck out of here because you don't want to hear this part if you haven't seen the movie. Or maybe you do, maybe you don't care. Some people don't care about spoilers. But I'm only going to show you one thing here. Yeah, now that's going to be cool. And at the very end, you see the business card. It's G.I. Joe. So what's going to happen now? We're going to get a G.I. Joe versus Transformer movie. Something we always wanted. But yeah, anyway, my wife was like, oh, that's weird. How are they going to mix Transformers and G.I. Joe? And I said, it's been done before. There was comic books on it. Heck, even one of the Transformer episodes had Cobra Commander in it. Now, the question is, what are they going to do? Is it going to be connected with the G.I. Joe franchise that just came, well, not just, but the one that came out before, which I thought they kind of missed the mark on, both movies that came out. Now they got the Snake Eyes movie as well. Is it going to be connected to that universe, or are they going to create a whole new G.I. Joe? And what time frame are they going to have it in? Because the newer movies were, I think, in modern times. This Transformer movie was in '94, so are they going to do it in some kind of time frame there? Are they going to stick to the 90s? Are they going to go to the 2000s? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this is going to be cool. I'm definitely going to see the G.I. Joe versus Transformer if they make it. Hopefully they make the movie based on, you know, what we've been seeing. It's a great crossover. It makes a whole lot of sense. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. Hope you subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.